Just on one of the junior slides, if you hit the picture, it'll go to a YouTube video of our Pga Family Cup we did.
Okay.
So hopefully that links.
Okay. We should have probably tried that, but I'm sure it'll work. Okay, I'm going to admit everyone, Alex, so maybe give it about 15 seconds and then you can start.
All right.
Everyone else wants to go ahead and mute. Thank you.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the summer meeting for the Desert Chapter for 2021. I will officially call this meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everybody. I know it's been a long year and we're finally getting a little reprieve heading into summer. A lot has happened so far in 2021. We've had to deal with the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, dealing with changes in policies and procedures to make sure our members are constantly safe and continue to play golf in the safest and funnest environment possible. And so all of us as PGA professionals have had to continue to adapt to that on this ongoing basis over the last year and a half. And I can say for myself and for many other PGA professionals out here, it's been nice having everybody to be able to collaborate with and share ideas. The Desert Chapter out here, all the members, we're all very close with one another, and it's been great how we've all pulled together this year and really tried to help everyone get better throughout this year and hopefully moving forward in the future. We're coming together today virtually again, hopefully for the annual meeting in the fall. We'll be back to in-person meetings, but for right now, we are doing the virtual meeting. And I'd like to welcome all of our members and associates, as well as our board of directors and our section staff that is here today, Nikki DeGatch and Jeff Johnson. We're very glad to have them here tonight. And they got some section updates for us. So we will start with Nikki Gatch, our section representative here, and she'll give us an update on some important section information, and then we'll follow up with Jeff Johnson with some additional information. Thank you both.
Thank you, Alex, and thanks everybody. It's a pleasure to be with you, even if it's in this format. Obviously, most of you know the Desert Chapter is very special to me. That's where I grew up as a kid. So always great to be with all of you, even if it's in a virtual format. Just going to give a few updates and then I'm going to hand it over to Jeff for a few other updates. We're obviously very busy within your section. You know, as things have been opening up and sort of getting back to normal, if I dare say that, we've been extremely busy with events. All of our events are selling out, whether that's section events, junior tour, back up and running there. So everything is going great as far as that. A couple of education opportunities coming up for you. So you may have seen the rebirth, if you will, of GIBS, the Golf Industry and Business Seminars. We're doing those monthly. They'll be on the last Friday of each month. We kicked it off last month in April. The next one coming up will be May 28th. And these are all themed events. So every 3 months is a different theme. This first theme is focusing on work-life balance and career opportunities. And this has been led by Pga Cmaa Seminar, section board member. And she's done a great job. And again, we'll follow up again with her on May 28th with some special guest speakers there. So you don't want to miss that. Other topics that we have throughout the year will focus on career development and also on enhancing revenue at your facility. So look for more to come on that and certainly great opportunities you don't want to miss. June 22nd is our Pga Cmaa Seminar. Again, that will be a virtual event. And that's going to be led by Russell Silty of Hacienda Country Club. And it'll be a great opportunity to learn not only from the CMAA, the PGA, and the golf course superintendents. We've got a couple of great panels with some great speakers from across the country. So there is one benefit to hosting these events virtually. We are able to get some great speakers from outside of our section. So that's something that you won't want to miss as well. And remember that if you can't if you can't attend all of these wonderful things we're doing virtually, everything is recorded and archived on the section YouTube channel. So look for SCPGA on YouTube, become a subscriber there, and you can find every education summit that we've done in a virtual format there. So really a great resource for you. We have our section summer meeting coming up. June 7th will be the actual golf tournament. It'll be hosted in the Desert Chapter at Desert Willow. So thank you to all the team at Desert Willow for hosting us that day. And then the following day on Tuesday, June 8th, from 4 to 6 p.m. will be the summer meeting done in a virtual way, just like this evening. So look for that. Great opportunities. We've got some guest speakers. We've got some sponsors that will join us. Again, a great opportunity to get updated within the section, of course, get some MSR. Just a couple of other updates from a communication standpoint. I feel that we've really been doing a great job. I mean, for the last, for such a long time, last year, that was about all that we could do. And it really was our lifeline to you, our members, and to keep you informed and to provide great opportunities, whether it be educational seminars or bringing in guest speakers. And we've really found that there was some great tools and resources out there that helped us, be a little bit more efficient in what we were doing and communicating with our membership. So we learned a lot during COVID, as all of us did, and look to further that. So one new thing that we've started and actually kicked off today is an SCPGA blog. So we're looking to do more timely and relevant stories to share with our membership. So the first one kicked off today. It is a blog written by Mr. Addis. He sends his regrets. He's traveling back to Kiowa for the PGA Championship today. So it'll be nice for him to spend a few days there and hopefully root on our fellow section member, Mark Geddes, as he tees it up today. So look for the blog. Again, looking to provide relevant and timely information for our members. If it's something that you would like to contribute to, or you have a unique human interest story, please reach out to us and let us know. We're always looking for content. Social media continues to be a big focus of ours. We had a goal last year of hitting 5,000 followers on our section Instagram page, and we're extremely proud that we did that. We're now just over 6,000, and we have a goal of reaching 10,000 by the end of the year. So for those of you that are on social media, please follow your section social media channels. I know that you also have social media within the Desert Chapter. That's wonderful as well. Please follow them. You guys do a great job of reposting things that we do at the section, and hopefully we're doing the same for you. So thank you for that. In player development and marketing, we've really done, I believe, a nice job of trying to promote our professionals, trying to promote you and shine a light on you. And the easiest way for us to do that is through our instructors and through our coaches. So for those of you that are certified through ADM, you have the opportunity to create a profile on pga.com, which is the consumer-facing website of the PGA. And for the professionals that we have in our section that have gone through that process, they've really generated some nice new leads, and in turn, that's turned into new students, and of course, additional revenue from instruction. So really encourage you, if you're teaching at all at your facility, become ADM certified, create your coach profile, and we're going to do all that we can to promote you, whether that be directly to our golf consumers or through the SCGA swing tip videos. We were fortunate enough to have the PGA team come out and feature 8 of our coaches that will be featured this week during the championship as part of the new PGA Coaching Live. So if you haven't checked that out, we encourage you to do so and see some of your fellow section professionals highlighted. It was a great opportunity for our section to be chosen to do that. So please look out for that. Quickly on foundation and junior golf. Foundation, we just wrapped up a great and very successful Pro-Am that we hosted last Monday out at Pma Valley. We did this Pro-Am in conjunction with the Haley Moore Foundation. As most of you know, Haley grew up playing junior golf in our program. This is her rookie year on the LPGA Tour. She just started a foundation herself that focuses on anti-bullying, something that she unfortunately faced throughout her life. And so the two foundations partnered up together and had a wonderful event at Pma Valley. Thanks to the generosity of Mrs. Shiley and her foundation, some Pma Valley members, and of course, Mark King who some of you probably know that name in the golf industry, who's also a section and foundation board member. Through all those efforts, both foundations were able to raise $45,000 through this one-day event. So extremely grateful for that. Those funds will go towards our Clubs for Youth program, instructional program for kids, and scholarships and grants. On junior golf, we're excited that we've been hosting a lot more events out in the Coachella Valley. So those of you that had hosted a junior tour event, thank you so much. I think it's been a wonderful opportunity to to return back out to the Coachella Valley. For those of you that remember the old Desert Junior Golf days, we know that we have a lot of kids in the Valley and a lot of kids that are looking for some competitive opportunities. So looking forward to kicking that off. And last weekend, we hosted a free clinic out at the first tee of Coachella Valley with Charles Delory, and it went great. We're going to follow that up with a free event. And this will be geared towards those kids that are looking to maybe make that next step into competitive junior golf. So really excited to be back in the desert and junior golf, and thank you to all of you for supporting us when we pick up the phone and ask you to host an event. We really appreciate it. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to my compadre, Mr. Johnson. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Nick. And thank you, Alex, and fellow officers and directors of the great Desert Chapter. What's been happening down there over the last few years has really been inspiring. And in all of the things that Nikki had just talked about are the result of Nikki's extraordinary leadership. And I, for one, as a longtime member of the section, appreciate watching the evolution and all that's taking place for all of us, the 5 chapters as well as the section. I'll be brief. I wanted to just mention that the special awards season is upon us. We've had over 110 nominations to date. We're in the process now of collecting the written materials from those nominees. And a very special thanks to Joey for his service on the Special Awards Committee. And a very important acknowledgement, I believe, that you have 2 members from the desert that are going to the PGA of America's national awards. I won't call it a competition, but they'll be entered as nominees, please. And congratulations to Joe Kobrick for Assistant Golf Professional of the Year, and Cody Frank from for the Resort Merchandiser of the Year from Desert Willow. This is exciting to have out of 9 potential nominees, 2 of ours going from the Desert Chapter to the PGA of America. It's wonderful stuff. A reminder that MSR has been extended. I think most of you know that, until June 15 of 2022, an additional year there. And there's no shortage of opportunity to gather those MSR hours should you need them. As Nikki had mentioned, we've got nothing but activity that you can take part in, and meeting that MSR is easy. If any of you would like a schedule of what's going on to catch up, or to just know what's on the horizon, I'm simply a phone call away. Also, with regard to the PGM levels, we have the great John Kulo and Tom's son conducting a program, not only providing mentors to our associates, but also the Launchpad series that's been restarted. And those PGM levels have been extended for a year as well. So instead of 2 years to get through levels 1, 2, and 3, we're now looking at 3 years. And if there are some associates on the call that haven't taken advantage of Launchpad or need some guidance, please take advantage of Mr. Kulo and Mr. Sun. They're keenly interested in your evolution. And just finally, a reminder that this time of year, there's a lot of movement in the desert. And as I have the privilege of looking after membership, I also have the privilege of keeping track of our 1,700 members and associates. And if you're leaving a job and moving somewhere, or coming back to the desert, please take the time to just fill out that simple online form so that we can keep track of where you are and where you're going. And if there's anything in the world you could ever need, I promise we'll make it happen. Thanks very much, Alex.
Thank you very much, Nikki and Jeff. We appreciate you both for all the work you do and for being with us here tonight. We also have a last minute addition here. We have our new PGA business and career consultant, Ed Winecki, is on the call with us and would like to say a few words to everybody.
Hey, Alex, thank you so much. It's great to be here tonight, and I appreciate you letting me speak for a few moments. It's tough to follow Nikki and Jeff, but I would like to piggyback on to Jeff's comments about if the in season right now in the desert with people moving around and some jobs opening up, if you are aware of an opening or you need help posting a job or you need career advice or you just want some help with what you're doing in your current position, please let me know. I just moved back to section. I was out for 10 years and back. I was a member of the SCPGA for about 20 years. I was on the board of directors for 8 years. And for me, coming back home was a special treat. So for those of you who don't know me, I look forward to meeting you. For those of you who do know me, I look forward to seeing you in person and coming out and seeing you in the desert. It's very exciting to me to be part of the PGA of America. I've worked long and hard in my career to be part of this, and filling Ken Farrell's shoes are big, but I'm excited to do so. And in addition to anybody who's on the call, we are looking at some things in the future with executive search, filling management positions at clubs. And if you haven't already filled out your job preference profile, please do so. Even if you're not interested in moving or changing, it helps the PGA of America understand what you're doing and where you're going and what your thoughts are with regards to preferences in sections and job positions and so on and so forth. The last thing I would say, and then I'll move on, I appreciate you giving me the time, is the compensation survey. The compensation survey is vitally important on all aspects. And I'll say this, that if you haven't filled it out, please do so. We want our section to be first amongst the 41 in the compensation survey participation. Why? Because I can tell you this now, and I'll tell you a million times in the future when I see you in person, when I come out to the desert, is that by filling out your compensation survey, not only does it help you, it helps everybody else around you. When we do comp surveys and I tell someone what the average assistant pro makes in this area, or second assistant, or head golf professional, director of golf, or general manager, it's important because what it does is raise the value to you and everybody around you. So my goal is not only to help you day in and day out with what you do, but also raise the value of you yourself as a PGA professional. And if you go to ask your employer for a raise, or you take on a new job position, you get offered a position, a new club, well, guess what? I can also help you with that and help you get more money than you're making now. So please, please help the PGA of America, help the section, help myself by filling out your compensation survey today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ed. We appreciate you dropping in tonight and having us all kind of meet you a little bit. I know I'm looking forward to meeting you in person in the near future here. The agenda tonight, we'll start with the Vice President's report with Richie Valenzuela. Richie?
Thank you. Everybody hear me and see me on there, I assume?
Yep, you're all good.
Welcome. Okay, great. Welcome, everybody. And thank you for having me. We got a period ending March 31st, 2021. Desert Chapter year-to-date numbers for the tournament is $675. For our operating budget of Desert Chapter is $20,113. And we currently have 283 members and associates in the chapter. Also, thank you, Ed, for all your support on the career avenue there. If you anybody hasn't had a chance to meet with a career consultant, they can be super helpful. And good luck, Ed, and I'm sure you'll be very successful in that position. Also, thank you for Ms. Johnson and Nikki for attending the meeting tonight.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, Richie. We appreciate that. Next, we'll move on to the Secretary report with Jack Mackay and the approval of the December minutes.
Hello there, everyone. Thank you all for being here. And we need to close out 2020. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from our December meeting?
I submit a motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Alexander.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Next up, we'll be moving to our different committee reports. And first up, we will have our associates report with Nick Altman. Nick?
Hi, everyone. Nick Altman, PGA certified member, and I am a faculty member in the golf management program and the head coach at College of the Desert, for those of you who don't know me. So we've had a good year so far with the associates. We've got 38 associates, mostly in level 1, 21 in level 1, 11 in level 2, and 5 in level 3. We've got 4 suspended, so pretty low number there. I personally tried to reach out to you, so if there's an associate on the call here, I hopefully got in touch with you, and if I didn't, please feel free to reach out to me anytime if you need help with your books or if I can help with you in any way. It was great talking to the many associates that I did talk to, and I was able to speak to a few that were, having a little trouble with their books, and we got their issues resolved through the corporate or the office in Florida. So there is hope, and there's help available to you if you'd like it. Jeff did mention about our mentorship program. That's something I've been working pretty hard on. It's available to any associate and member. We have right now 11 members signed up to be mentors, and we have 6 associates. And what that is we're pairing a mentor up with the associate in sort of like fields where they both either want to be in operations or teaching, and they just form a relationship, build a network, and help each other and help that associate get through the program. So it's a really great program. It's working really well in the San Diego chapter, and they've had great success. So now the SCPGA is rolling that out to all over the section. So, and it's going well so far. We already talked about the Launchpad program that should be starting up, I believe, in late June again. So that'll start back up. And we've also been hosting these associate town halls. We've had one so far. That's going to be monthly to give you some education, more education opportunities. And we're focused on right now player development, but I'm sure it'll progress to other topics as well.
Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. You've definitely done a good job with the associates so far since taking over. I know from experience, being associate chair at one point, it's not the easiest to try to help them along sometimes. So we do thank you for your work there, and look forward to your continued success. Next up, we will have the junior golf report with Mr. David Curtis.
All right, everybody. So we had a great PGA Junior League. We are wrapping up the final week next week. And the teams, we had a good turnout so far. Sacred Heart had 3 teams. So Dave has his hands full over there with that department. Indian Wells, we had 2 teams. And I'm helping out Eric Tholander over there because I tried to get a team for Classic Club, but we just didn't get approved. But that's okay. We'll try again next year. And then Desert Willow had 1 team. They're doing great with Paul and Cody over there. And Charles had 2 teams. So it was a great, so far kids are loving it. Parents are enjoying it. Highly encourage if we can get a couple more facilities to host an event. These kids absolutely enjoy playing some of our killer golf courses out here. So I know it was a little tough with COVID and everything to get possibly something approved. That's what I ran into. But anyways, the kids are loving it. We're having a good time with it. So we can move on to the next slide there. And then we also, I helped Eric out at Indian Wells, and Eric's amazing, by the way. I'm giving him all the credit. But the Pga Family Cup, it's a brand new kind of program. Check it out, pgafamilycup.com. You can get a little bit of money. I'm not saying it's all about the money, but it's just giving a really good experience to non-golfers, families that really that don't know much about golf, but they do a scramble. Some of our junior kids that are in it, they brought out maybe, I think, what do we have? We had about 10, 11 teams for the first one. So everybody enjoyed it. They want more. They demanded more. So we might do one once a month or something. But overall, it was a great turnout. And you can head to the next slide. And just to kind of throw some pictures at you guys and enjoy, if you can just hit the picture there for me. It should take us to a YouTube, I hope. If not, we can bail. Okay, maybe we'll bail on it.
Are you not seeing that? Because I can see it on my end.
We just see the slide.
Okay, it must not be working. Sorry about that.
If you can see, you might be able to, if you unshare and then reshare, it might come up, Nikki.
Anyways, great technology. Gotta love it, gotta hate it. Oh, hey, there we go.
Now?
There it's good.
There we go. All right, there we go. So there's some of our families. Once again, just kind of out there. There's Eric over at Woodhaven. Thank you for that facility for hosting. There's a family at Indian Wells, another one at Woodhaven for Junior League. Kind of mixing and matching here, but like I said, it's a big process. Line up the golf carts. Yes, it is about 3 hours, 3.5 hours out there, but I mean, just to see these smiles and everybody's faces at a really good property, it's just so fun. So there's Meredith right there. She won, of course, one of the Family Cup. The kid with a cast. I mean, it's unreal. Like these kids are awesome. So hopefully we can get more people to sign up, more facilities signed up for this, you guys. About a minute long there, but if you guys have any questions on Family Cup or PGA Junior League, you can reach out to me. I'll send you in the right direction if I don't have the answer. And you know, the section office is always there to help as well. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much, David. Appreciate that. That's really impressive what you and the professionals you're working with have done this year, really growing PGA Junior League. I know that's been difficult in the past, and you and everyone that supported you, that's a really excellent job. Well done. Next up on the committee reports, we will move on to education with Mr. Tom Parker.
Thank you, Alexander. And again, thanks to everybody for being on the call today. The benefit of me kind of going a little bit later in this presentation is everybody has already talked about stuff I want to talk about. So Nikki Gatch, Jeff Johnson, David, Nick Altman, they all did a much better job than me about talking about these things. So, but from an education point of view, I think there's been some great stuff that's happened in the last several months, last 4 or 5 months. We talked a little bit about Nikki mentioned the weekly Catalyst webinars. John Kulo does a phenomenal job of getting those things out every Thursday morning. There's a whole bunch of really interesting, topics and participants on that. If you have not as of yet, participated, do so. I will say we have some open slots for the summer. So if any of us have any ideas for topics or people that would want to present, what have you, please reach out to either me or reach out to John as well. But John does a phenomenal job with that. We talked a little bit about Launchpad. Nick mentioned that as well. We did have two very, very successful sessions. We're getting ready to start our third, and it's for level 1 associates. And it's, on average, we have, this last session, we probably had 13 to 14 associates attend each week. It's an 8-week scenario, and we go through all of the various books that they have to go through. And we've reached out to other sections. So we've had the Aloha section attend, the Northern California section attend, Southwest section attend, as well as Southern California, of course. So we're looking to get some more attendance on that, but it's a great weekly scenario to just go through what they have to do to get their portfolio and their books done. And, so that's, something that if you have associates in your facility, I would stress, have them, sign up for these things. It's a 1-hour session, and the ones that have attended have all thought it to be very useful to get them through their portfolio, their books. We mentioned the Gibbs. Nikki mentioned that. We did restart that, golf industry business seminars. At the end of April, we had the work-life balance one. At the end of May, we're doing the, driving top-line revenue session. And at the end of June, the career enhancement and development session. So those are great, resources for everybody to take advantage of. And as she mentioned, it's at the end of each month. So, see those emails coming out and sign up for those. The associate town hall meetings, Nicholas, he mentioned those. That was well attended, the last one that we had. So please, for all associates, it's a great resource as well for those. And then finally, I'll do a shout out on the mentorship program. It's, Tom Sohn started that. He was out of the San Diego chapter. He's, I believe, on the SCPGA board now, but he's done a phenomenal job in mentorship. Nicholas has worked with him as well. But if we have PGA guys, PGA members that want to mentor associates, please get in touch with either me, Nicholas Altman, or Tom Sohn. Please get in touch with us, because we can put you in the right direction, and we want to pair associates up with you to mentor that. So, I know I have a couple of my compadres from PGA West on the call here. So, we need you guys to step up. I'm probably sure that of the 4 suspended associates that he was talking about, probably 3 of them are from my facility. So that tells you how good I've been doing on this. So, but in any case, that's what we have, and we're looking forward to, having a good summer, starting things back up. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me.
Thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate it. I appreciate all the hard work there. Next, we'll move on to the media report with Mr. Colin Tucker.
Thank you, Alex. So with media, I've been pushing content on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, we're Desert Chapter PGA. Instagram, we are at SCPGA_Desert Chapter. Give us a follow on both of those if you're not already. On Instagram, we've got just over 300 followers now, so it's continuing to grow. The content you'll see right now, we have a lot of events coming up. I'm sure that Josh is going to cover here shortly. I'm going to push those events and then recap them on Instagram and Facebook. I also promote a lot of content from the section site. So you'll be seeing a lot of education opportunities and just overall news from the section on the social media. So I'll hand it back to Alex. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Colin. Appreciate it. I know you've been the media chair for several years now, and you've done a great job of really growing the following for the Facebook and Instagram pages for the Desert Chapter. So you've done a fantastic job doing that. So thank you for all the work you've done there, and by far the best backdrop out of all of ours for the night. Next, we'll be moving on to the sponsorship report with Mr. Simon Letts.
Thank you, Alex. Still continues to be a little difficult to get some sponsors, but I do want to thank Alex Witt and Alex Witt's Golf Shop for sponsoring the Sunrise Country Club Stableford event. So I do thank you, Alex. I know everybody appreciates it. Continuously contacting some of the past sponsors, staying in touch. Looking forward to working with them again. I know that Josh has something to report on in a little while, so I'll let him do that. But if any of you know anybody that wants to sponsor an event, get in contact with me. My email address, simon@pga.com, and looking forward to new things next year. Thank you so much, Alex.
Thank you, Simon. Appreciate all the hard work you did with tournaments the last couple of years, and now with sponsorship. Really do appreciate that. And just to kind of tail off what Simon said, I think we can all work together and try to help recruit sponsors for our events. I know that our vendors are very supportive of us in the first place, but I know that they definitely value us and want to help wherever they can. And so if you do know of any vendor or anyone that would like to sponsor an event, please contact Simon or anybody else on the board, and we put them in touch with Simon. So thank you, everyone, for that, and thank you again, Simon, for all the hard work you do with the sponsorships and what you do with the tournaments in the past. Next up, for the next committee report, we have Josh Garber with tournaments.
Good evening. Thanks, Alex. Good evening, Desert Chapter. I'd like to go over a recap of what we've had so far. It was a slow start with COVID, but I'm excited for what's coming up. We had some great events during that period of time where we were limited with players, formats that we can do, carts. So I give a big appreciation to the clubs that helped us out with these past few events that we've had. So on March 15th, we had a Foster Cup at Ivy Ranch, and they did a great job. We had a tie for first place with Charlie Peterson and Marty Matsuzaki as a team, and Colin Tucker and Clayton Moe, they shot 11 under. It's a good score there. Our PGA West stroke play event, we had a winner. One score under par was Barry Clayton of 3 under. And our most recent and last event that we had on May 3rd, the Stableford event at Sunrise Country Club, Shane Ponchant with 16 points gathered to win that event. So that was nice to have those coming up. So I'd like to talk about our upcoming events, which are hot and heavy, and I'm excited to say that. So on May 24th and 25th, we have our Assistants Championship at Andalusia. There's going to be 11 o'clock tee time starting. Still plenty of spaces, so we'd like to get our assistants to participate and get out there, and it's a great venue. That Andalusia Country Club is a great golf course, so I'd like to thank them for hosting that. June 3rd is our Pro Scratch event at the Hideaway. It's cool. This is, I think, the first time that we've done it. I'm super excited to be a part of this. It's obviously our PGA professionals and associates out here and grabbing any scratch player that they can to try to win that sucker. So we are pretty full. We only got about 8 spots left. So make sure that you're checking your Blue Golf and sign up for that. June 14th, we have a summer 4-ball event at Citrus Club at PGA West. Excited to host that. On this slide that we have here, we just booked it today, June 24th, will be our summer series. We're going to try to get 3 of them, but we've got one right now. It's going to be at the Lakes Country Club. It's going to be a 12 p.m. tea time event. We did get a sponsor. TaylorMade Golf is going to help us out with that, so I thank them tremendously. And we've got July 28th and 29th. It's going to be our chapter championship at La Quinta Country Club. I thank Chris Gilly for hosting that. We're limited on space on that, so we've got 45 spots. Registration has opened, so please take advantage of that if you can. August 4th, we have a team triple play at Mountain View Country Club, so that's going to be exciting. I am working, we're very close to locking down a junior senior chapter event and also our senior chapter championship. So we're really close on that. Got some other things mixed in there, so I'm excited and looking forward to having a great summer and a great tournament schedule.
Thank you so much, Josh, for all the hard work you've been doing with tournaments. And I know it's no easy task, and probably does the most work out of any of us on the board. So thank you so much, as that's an ongoing full-time job almost there. So thank you so much there, Josh. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And then we're going to wrap up our committee reports with special awards with Mr. Joey Glander.
All right, thank you, Alex. Hope everyone's doing good. Jeffrey already touched on some of this, but the section awards did close. Nominations, I think he said they're north of 110, so my number's a little off there. But all chapter winners, 2020 runners-up are included. So those of you from our chapter who won the 2020 awards, make sure that you did receive the materials so that you can get those to the section by June 5th. I want to make sure we get you in the running there. And then for the chapter, not a lot going on right now. We'll have more updates throughout the summer. But I do know I really want to push it this year. I know last year, I think we had a couple categories that didn't even get nominations. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen again. So you'll see more from that coming up this summer, and that'll launch in August for the nominations. If any of you want to get involved and help out on the Special Awards Committee, just shoot me an email. I think the next slide has that there. So get in touch with me if you're interested in getting involved with the chapter. This is kind of a nice way to get started. So thank you all. Hope you have a great summer, and let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
Thank you, Joey. Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining the board this year and taking on those special awards. At this time, can I please have all associates that are on the call please exit as we get ready to discuss any old business. Thank you. All right, so next on our list is any old business. Does anyone have any old business to bring up? As I don't believe we had any from the last meeting. No old business. All right. On to new business now. Does anyone have anything new, any new business to bring up to the board for the meeting? All right, no new business then. With no new business, then we are going to go ahead and to adjourn this meeting. Thank you all for coming this evening. We appreciate everybody showing up, and we appreciate the entire board of directors for all their service and continued work during this crazy pandemic time. I know it's there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We're starting to get better and better with restrictions and everything else, but first and foremost, we want to make sure everybody is safe and sound. So everyone, please take care. Have a great evening, and we'll see you out on the course here soon. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks,
Great job.
Alex.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Talk to you all soon.